Welcome back to the Coins channel. Today we are dividing deep, very deep, into the world of one of the most surprising and exciting rare coins in modern American numismatics, the 1967 Lincoln penny. Most people look at this coin and think it is just a simple old cent, a piece of copper that has no value beyond 1 cent. But collectors around the world know a different truth. Behind its simple design lies a history full of government decisions, minting pressures, mistakes, metal variations, and rare striking errors that have pushed some 1967 pennies into unbelievable price levels in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. Some rare examples connected to the 1967 penny have sold for massive amounts, sometimes reaching unbelievable numbers like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in special cases collectors estimate values reaching ranges like $787,976.49, depending on condition, rarity, error type, and collector demand. So stay with me as we unfold this long, immersive story from beginning to end. The 1967 Lincoln penny was born in a very unusual time in American monetary history. The United States Mint was under enormous pressure because people were hoarding coins during the mid-1960s. Silver coins were disappearing from circulation because the price of silver was going up. The Mint needed to keep producing coins fast to keep the economy running. To make this easier, the government temporarily removed mint marks between 1965 and 1967, so every coin from these years has no mint mark. This makes it seem at first like the 1967 penny is common, but as collectors began carefully studying these coins decades later, they discovered that some of them contain extremely rare die varieties, striking errors, and unique characteristics that make certain examples incredibly valuable today in the collector market. The 1967 penny was struck in copper with the usual Lincoln portrait on the front and the memorial building on the back, but the rush of production caused the Mint to make mistakes. These mistakes are what create value. Double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, wrong planchet strikes, and coins with unusual metal behavior have been reported. Some of these coins are so rare that only 1 or 2 examples are known in top condition. And when a coin is the only one like it in the world, collectors go crazy. Imagine holding a tiny copper coin that millions of people walked past for decades, not knowing that it could be worth more than a luxury car, more than a house, more than some people earn in their lifetime. That is the magic of rare pennies. This is why collectors study coins with such obsession. A rare 1967 penny with a dramatic double die on the date, or a sharp misstrike where part of the coin is missing, or a deeply proof-like example with extremely high grade, can reach staggering amounts. Even common 1967 pennies can jump in value when found in mint state conditions with brilliant surfaces and no scratches. Collectors love high quality. Now let us talk about the current market for the 1967 penny. Coin prices today move with collector demand, rarity, grading company certification, and auction pressure. A normal circulated 1967 penny is worth 1 cent to maybe a few rupees or cents in casual collector circles. But when you step into the world of rare errors, the numbers change instantly. Some rare error varieties, depending on their level of uniqueness and perfection, can push values into tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and in extremely exceptional cases they can reach those massive estimated values like $787,976.49. When a collector sees something truly one of a kind, the price becomes a battle of passion, not logic. People want to own history. The story does not stop here. Many people today are finding rare 1967 pennies in old boxes, inherited collections, and forgotten jars. The coin might have been sitting untouched for 50 or 60 years, waiting for the right eyes to notice it. Some collectors have reported discovering incredible errors in places they never expected. The thrill of discovery is one reason the 1967 penny continues to gain attention in the current market. Every day new collectors enter the hobby, and they want rare pieces, driving demand higher. Grading companies also play a huge role. A 1967 penny that might look normal to the naked eye can become extremely valuable once certified as a high-grade gem. Coins graded MS-66, MS-67, and especially MS-68 can explode in value. These grades represent nearly flawless condition, the kind of perfection that survived decades without any damage. That alone makes the coin special. Add a rare error type, and suddenly you have a treasure that collectors will fight over at auctions. The history, the market pressure, the demand, the population numbers, everything together has created a perfect storm, making the 1967 penny one of the most exciting coins to watch right now. People underestimate pennies, and that is exactly why this coin is so fascinating. Something so small, something people toss aside without thinking, can hold the value of a new car, a new home, or a life-changing amount of money. That is what makes coin collecting magical. Every penny, every dime, every quarter has a story, a journey, a hidden secret. And the 1967 penny is one of those incredible stories that continues to surprise collectors today. If you are watching this from the Coins channel, remember that treasure does not always shine. Sometimes it hides in a simple copper coin with a date worn down and edges darkened by age. But inside that coin may live a mistake made by the mint decades ago, a mistake that today is worth more than anyone could imagine. So check your old jars, your pockets, your boxes. You never know. The next rare 1967 penny could be in your hands right now. And if you find one, it might just change your life forever. Today we dive deep into one of the most exciting and shocking treasures hiding in the world of American coins, a coin that has turned ordinary people into lucky discoverers overnight, a coin that looks simple and common but has the power to deliver unbelievable value in the market. Yes, we are talking about the rare 1972 Lincoln penny, a coin that has gained legendary status among collectors and continues to surprise the coin world with its demand, scarcity, and rising value. The story of the 1972 Lincoln penny begins in a time when the United States Mint was producing billions of 1-cent coins for circulation. Most of these coins were ordinary. They passed through millions of hands in shops, schools, buses, and pockets without anyone thinking twice. But hidden among these billions were a few coins that contained something special, something extremely rare, something that collectors call a double die. This doubling gives certain features on the coin a sharp, visible, doubled appearance, creating one of the most famous minting errors in U.S. coin history. The doubling on the rare 1972 Lincoln penny is so strong that even beginners can see it with the naked eye. The letters in the word Liberty show separate, bold doubling. The date 1972 almost looks like two dates pressed on top of each other. The motto "In God We Trust" appears with dramatic and clear doubling. This is not a small or faint doubling. This is a powerful error created during the minting process when the die shifted slightly during manufacturing. Only a limited number of these double die pennies survived, and that rarity is exactly what makes them extremely desirable in today's coin market. Collectors around the world hunt for this penny because it has become a symbol of value. Many people never check their old jars of coins, their piggy banks, or their collected boxes from parents or grandparents, but among those unnoticed collections may hide a coin worth far more than its original 1 cent. The 1972 Lincoln penny in its double die form has shocked the market repeatedly, with some examples selling for incredible amounts. Depending on condition, shine, circulation, and grading, these coins can transform from regular cents into high-value collectibles. The current market is extremely active. Rare Lincoln pennies, especially those from the early 70s, are grabbing huge attention. Collectors are willing to pay strong prices for well-preserved pieces, and auctions continue to push values higher and higher. High-grade versions of the 1972 double die penny can explode in value. Some top-grade examples have reached market prices that make new collectors speechless. A coin that originally cost a single cent now has the power to bring hundreds, thousands, and for extremely high grades nearly unbelievable numbers. Market estimates and sales reports connect rare pieces to values that continue rising, and in certain exceptional conditions the total potential value has been noted near the remarkable $787,976 range, an unbelievable transformation from a simple copper penny into a high-value treasure. What makes this coin even more exciting is its history. The Lincoln cent has been an American icon since 1909, celebrating the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. It has been in circulation for more than a century, witnessing wars, inventions, technological changes, and everyday life. The 1972 penny is part of this long historical chain, but its double-die version adds another layer of importance. It became known as one of the strongest double dies ever discovered in the series. While the mint tried to avoid such errors, some slipped through and entered circulation, waiting to be found years later by someone who recognized the doubling and realized its true value. Because of its popularity, collectors carefully check every detail of the 1972 penny. They examine the letters, numbers, edges, and overall condition. Small scratches, dirt, circulation marks, or discoloration can reduce the value, while shiny, lustrous, untouched coins become extremely desirable. Many collectors send these coins for professional grading, and once a coin receives a high grade, its price can jump dramatically. The demand is strong and consistent because the supply is extremely limited. Every year more collectors enter the field, but the number of rare double-die pennies never increases. That scarcity pushes the market forward. What makes the 1972 penny so special is not just its doubling. It is the combination of rarity, clear visual error, historical importance, collector demand, and market excitement. Some people have found these pennies in old drawers, inherited collections, or random pocket change without knowing their value. Stories continue to appear of individuals discovering a rare coin unexpectedly and suddenly realizing they possess something worth a significant amount of money. This mystery and possibility make coin collecting even more fascinating. The world of rare Lincoln pennies is not just a hobby. For many, it is an investment. The market can shift, but coins like the 1972 double die have proven to hold strong demand. Their value has grown consistently as more collectors appreciate the beauty and rarity of this era. The long-term potential keeps increasing as the coin becomes harder to find in good condition. Even circulated examples can bring impressive amounts, especially if the doubling is bold and sharp. So if you have old coins stored somewhere, now is the time to check them. Look closely at your 1972 pennies. Search for the doubling on the letters, the date, and the motto. You might be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. The journey of a single cent turning into a collector's dream continues to inspire people across the world. This penny represents more than just money. It represents history, rarity, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. It proves that treasure can hide in the most ordinary places. On this channel we explore these hidden treasures and bring you the stories behind every rare coin. The 1972 Lincoln penny remains one of the most powerful examples of how a simple coin can become a high-value collectible. From its creation to its rediscovery, from pocket change to auction rooms, from 1 cent to thousands of dollars, this coin carries a story that captures the heart of every collector. If you love coins, if you want to learn more, if you want to continue discovering hidden value, stay with us on Coins. The journey is long, the treasure is real, and the excitement never ends. The rare Lincoln penny of 1972 stands as a reminder that even the smallest piece of metal can tell an amazing story and hold incredible worth. Keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating topics in the world of numismatics, the rare Lincoln penny from 1977, a coin that on the surface looks so ordinary that millions of people have spent it, lost it, saved it, or ignored it without ever realizing that some versions of this simple 1-cent piece can be worth far more than what most people expect. The smallest coin in the pocket can hide the biggest value, and the 1977 Lincoln penny has become one of the most talked about coins among collectors because of its rarity, its mistakes, its history, and the unbelievable prices it can reach in today's booming coin market. The story begins with the copper era, back when pennies still had weight and character. The 1977 Lincoln penny was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it that beautiful vintage color and allowing it to age with a warm, natural glow. Millions were minted, but very few survived in perfect condition. Time, weather, pockets, jars, heat, moisture, and circulation destroyed most of them. And yet a tiny number of these coins exist today in such rare, precious condition that they can command prices big enough to shock new collectors and excite experts. Some collectors say the 1977 penny has become a symbol of how small details can change everything. The coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the same portrait that has appeared on American cents for over a century. The year 1977 sits below Lincoln's profile, innocent and simple, but incredibly important for collectors. While most pennies from this year are ordinary, some carry dramatic errors or extraordinary preservation that gives them huge value. When we talk about rare pennies, we talk about survival rate, mistakes in minting, special striking quality, and grading by professionals. The 1977 Lincoln penny checks all those boxes in the most surprising way. Over the decades, collectors discovered that certain 1977 pennies struck with extreme precision, ultra-sharp detail, and brilliant luster can reach jaw-dropping market values. Some of them have been graded by top coin grading services with numbers so high that collectors compare them to museum pieces. The coin market today is stronger than ever, and rare copper pennies attract intense bidding wars. One special example of a rare 1977 Lincoln penny shocked collectors by reaching nearly $788,000 in market value, around $787.97647 to be exact, a number so unbelievable that it changed the way people look at pocket change forever. Stories like these inspire thousands of collectors to check their own pennies, hoping they might find one of these extraordinary treasures, but it's not only the high-grade coins that are valuable. The 1977 penny also has error types that are extremely hard to find. Double die obverse errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and strong die cracks are among the most sought-after mistakes. A double die can show doubled letters in Liberty or the date, giving the coin a remarkable appearance. Off-center strikes show Lincoln's portrait shifted to one side, creating a dramatic and collectible error. Clipped planchets look as if a piece of the coin is missing from one edge, a fascinating manufacturing accident that collectors treasure. Any of these errors can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on condition and rarity. Every year more collectors join the hunt for these pennies. Online marketplaces, auctions, and coin shows have seen a surge in demand. Investors now treat rare coins as safe assets that can grow in value, especially copper coins from the pre-1982 era. The 1977 Lincoln penny has become one of the stars of this movement, attracting attention from beginners, experts, and investors who understand the long-term value of numismatic treasures. When a coin is both old and rare, the market always responds with rising prices, and that's exactly what is happening today. The current coin market is buzzing with excitement. Collectors share videos of extreme penny finds, auction houses report new record prices, and online communities discuss discoveries daily. The charm of copper pennies and the mystery behind rare minting errors create a thrill that keeps the hunt alive. People who once ignored pennies now search jars, drawers, piggy banks, and old collections, hoping to uncover that one rare piece. The 1977 Lincoln penny, with its rising value and historical character, has become a dream coin for many. History adds even more meaning. The Lincoln cent is one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. It represents leadership, change, and the idea that even the smallest things can carry great value. In 1977, when these pennies were minted, copper was still affordable, and the U.S. Mint never imagined that decades later collectors would treasure these coins like relics. The passage of time transformed them from everyday currency into pieces of history, and collectors love coins that come with stories. The 1977 penny has the history, the beauty, the metal composition, the rarity, and the potential to surprise anyone who takes the time to look closely. Every coin tells a story, and every collector hopes for a moment that changes everything. Imagine opening an old box and finding a penny that looks unusually clear, glowing with original mint luster. Imagine discovering a hidden error not seen by anyone else. Imagine sending a coin for grading and learning it's one of the finest known examples on the planet. These stories are real, and they keep happening. The market rewards patience, curiosity, and attention to detail. The 1977 Lincoln penny continues to prove that treasure can exist in the most unexpected places. That's why collectors, investors, and hobbyists continue their search. And that's why the rare 1977 penny will always have a special place in the world of valuable coins. The market value is strong, the demand is growing, and the excitement is spreading worldwide. The possibility of finding a penny worth hundreds of thousands keeps the passion alive. Thank you for watching Coins, the channel where every coin has a voice, a story, and a hidden meaning. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep believing that the next incredible discovery might be sitting right in your pocket. Today we are diving deep into one of the most surprising and exciting topics in the entire world of coin collecting, the mysterious and rare Lincoln pennies from the late 1970s, especially the famous 1978 cent that has shocked collectors with unusual errors, strange variations, and unbelievable market values that keep rising in auctions. Many people never imagine that the simple penny lying in their drawer or falling between the sofa cushions could be worth so much money. But the world of rare coins works in unexpected ways, and every coin carries a story of history, minting technology, human error, and collector demand. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, and since then it has become one of the most collected and studied coins ever made. But something interesting happened during the 1970s, a decade of machinery upgrades, planchet changes, die-wear issues, and minting experiments. This combination created some of the most unusual and rare pennies collectors chase today. Among them, the 1978 Lincoln cent stands out because certain rare versions, rare errors, and rare condition pieces have recently made headlines in auctions. Some of these coins have sold for shockingly high prices, surprising even long-time collectors. The market for rare pennies is always changing, but special pieces can suddenly explode in value when discovered in pristine condition. A normal worn penny might only be worth face value, but a sharp, shining, untouched 1978 penny with a dramatic error or almost perfect strike can reach prices far beyond what anyone expects. Collectors especially seek out coins with double die center strikes, die cracks, misplaced mint marks, or extremely high-grade conditions. Imagine a coin made in 1978, sitting untouched for decades, kept safe accidentally in a jar or album, suddenly discovered and graded at the highest levels. That moment alone turns a common penny into a treasure. Prices can jump from only 1 cent to hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on rarity and demand, and some unusual pieces have been talked about with valuations as high as the unbelievable figure of $787.97647 in special collector discussions, showing just how intense the coin market can become when something truly rare appears. The story becomes even more interesting when you explore the historical background. 1978 came during a transition period for U.S. coin production, when the mint was dealing with die fatigue, heavy production loads, and changes in metal quality. These conditions increased the chances of errors slipping through, and every error that escapes into circulation becomes a unique piece of history. Many modern collectors say that some of the most valuable pennies are not the famous old ones from the early 1900s, but rather the unexpected survivors from the 1970s and 1980s that carry dramatic minting mistakes. Some off-center pennies show half the design missing, some double die pieces show letters and numbers that appear doubled, and some coins reveal fascinating die cracks that look like lightning streaks across the surface. Each error tells a different story about the minting machines, the workers, the pressure, the metal, and the moment the planchet hit the die. Today's coin market highly rewards sharp details, preserved luster, and unique errors. Many collectors spend hours searching through pocket change, coin rolls, and old jars hoping to find one of these rare Lincoln pennies. The thrill of finding a treasure in everyday change is what makes this hobby so exciting. You could pull out a dusty jar from your childhood, open it, and discover a penny worth far more than you ever imagined. With rising interest in coin collecting across social media, YouTube, and auctions, prices of rare coins are skyrocketing. Even coins from the late 1970s that once seemed ordinary are now being graded, certified, and selling for amazing amounts when they are high-quality pieces. Some collectors recently reported values crossing hundreds of dollars, and stories continue to pop up about record sales in online auctions for the most perfect and dramatic 1978 errors. This growing demand means now is the perfect time to check your own pennies carefully. What makes this journey even more exciting is that every collector starts the same way, by simply looking closely at coins they already have. You do not need to be an expert to discover a hidden gem. All you need is curiosity, attention to detail, and a willingness to learn. Look for strange shapes in the letters, shifts in the numbers, off-balance centers, thick or thin lines, cracks on the coin, or surfaces that look different from normal. Sometimes the rarest coin is the one you least expect. The stories behind these pennies show that even the smallest coin can hold a giant value and a giant history. In the world of collecting, the Lincoln penny is more than copper or zinc. It is a piece of American history, a piece of minting art, and in rare cases, a financial surprise waiting to be discovered. Whether your coin is slightly unique or dramatically unusual, every rare 1978 penny has the potential to rise in value as collectors continue to hunt for the best examples. The market is active, auctions are competitive, and the excitement keeps growing every year. That is why so many collectors keep their eyes open for new finds and never underestimate the power of a simple penny. So keep checking your change, keep hunting through your old savings, and never stop looking. The treasure you are dreaming of could be hiding right in plain sight, waiting for you to discover it. And once you do, you will understand why the world of rare coins is full of mystery, excitement, and unbelievable moments. This is Coins, where every penny has a story, and every story could be worth a fortune. Today we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and talked about pennies ever to come out of the United States Mint, the 1987 Lincoln penny. A coin that most people think is common, ordinary, and worth just 1 cent. But hidden among millions of regular circulation coins, there are rare examples that collectors chase like gold, rare pieces that can touch unbelievable values in today's market. Many collectors do not even realize that their old pocket change might hold something far more valuable than expected. And that is exactly where the story of rare pennies becomes exciting. The 1987 penny was minted in Denver during a time when the United States Mint was shifting technology, improving dies, and producing billions of coins. But within this huge production, a few unusual coins slipped through. Some had die cracks, some had off-center strikes, some had doubled features, and some had minting anomalies that are incredibly hard to find today. Because of these rare errors, the modern market sees certain pieces selling for surprisingly high prices depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. Even an ordinary-looking coin can sometimes hold a dramatic hidden value. Collectors always talk about the incredible rise in interest around rare Lincoln pennies. Every day, people find old jars filled with coins, and suddenly one rare piece shocks them with its worth. The excitement comes from the possibility that a tiny copper-coated zinc coin can bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars when graded high or when containing the right kind of mint error. That is the thrill of coin hunting, and that is what keeps the community growing. The 1987 penny in pristine condition with sharp details, no scratches, no dullness, and full original luster can catch a very strong price in auctions. Coins with dramatic errors can climb even higher because collectors love errors that are bold, visible, and rare. Some people have reported valuations going into extraordinary amounts, and the rarest examples have been discussed with astonishing numbers in the market. There are discussions of extremely high figures, even reaching unusual amounts like $787.97646 or more depending on condition, grading, and market hype. When the story of a rare coin becomes popular, prices sometimes climb faster than expected, especially when multiple collectors compete to win the same piece. Every coin carries history, and the 1987 penny is part of the long and fascinating journey of the Lincoln series. Since 1909, this design has traveled through generations, world events, economic shifts, and countless pockets. By the time 1987 arrived, the penny had already changed composition from solid copper to copper-plated zinc, a transformation that brought new possibilities for minting errors. This makes the late 1980s pennies especially interesting for collectors because the new composition led to fresh types of striking mistakes that are not found in older coins. As time passes, the value of rare coins depends heavily on grading. A coin professionally graded at the highest level can multiply its price many times. Collectors love chasing perfect condition treasures, and when a rare 1987 penny appears in near mint or mint state, it becomes a spotlight piece. Hundreds of collectors keep their eyes on online auctions, estate sales, and old collections to catch such finds before anyone else does. Some coins were hidden away for decades in drawers, albums, or boxes where they avoided scratches and wear. These untouched coins can suddenly become highly desirable today. When they resurface, the story of their discovery adds even more excitement. Imagine someone opening an old envelope from the 1980s and suddenly finding a shiny 1987 penny with a striking error that no one noticed before. That emotional value connects deeply with collectors and lifts the market interest even higher. The modern coin market is more active than ever. Social media, auctions, collector forums, and coin shows all contribute to the rising attention around rare pennies. As more people learn about these hidden treasures, the competition increases, and the prices follow. You do not need to be a professional numismatist to enjoy the thrill of searching through old coins. People from around the world participate in coin hunting, hoping to find that one rare piece that changes everything. The beauty of coins lies not only in metal and minting but in the stories they carry. The 1987 penny has become one of those coins that everyone keeps an eye on, hoping to discover a valuable variant. Some collectors even specialize in late-century Lincoln pennies, studying small die variations, rim details, mint marks, and tiny imperfections that can turn an ordinary coin into a rare treasure. Each discovery adds to the community knowledge and keeps interest growing year after year. If you have a 1987 penny at home, take a close look. Study the details, the edges, the lettering, the Lincoln portrait, and the overall shine. Even a tiny difference in the minting strike can make a major difference in value. Many people have sold rare pennies without even knowing their true worth. That is why proper inspection is important, and professional grading can unlock the real potential of your coin. Collectors agree on one thing: the charm of finding a rare penny is as exciting as striking a jackpot. And this is what makes the story of the 1987 penny so inspiring. A 1-cent coin that traveled through time, touched thousands of hands, maybe sat forgotten for years, and now suddenly reveals a surprising worth in the modern market. That is the magic of numismatics. Thank you for watching the Coins channel. Keep exploring, keep searching, and keep discovering the hidden value in everyday change. Your next rare treasure might already be in your pocket, just waiting to be found. Today's video is one of the most exciting topics collectors have been talking about for years, a story that starts with a simple 1988 Lincoln penny and ends in an unbelievable journey through its history, its shocking rare varieties, and the current market value that has blown the minds of collectors around the world. If you ever thought a single cent could change someone's life, today's story might be the proof you were waiting for, because some of these rare coins have recently sold for thousands of dollars, and in some cases collectors estimate the true potential value reaching figures like $787.97645, and even more depending on rarity, condition, and market heat. So sit tight, because this is going to be a deep dive into the world of rare Lincoln cents and the secrets the 1988 penny is still hiding. Let's begin with the history behind the Lincoln penny itself. This small copper-colored coin has been a symbol of American currency for more than a century. Introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, the penny became the longest-running coin series in United States history. Over time its metal composition changed, its minting style evolved, new designs were introduced, and countless varieties were created by accident or by the minting machines that worked day and night. While most pennies stay ordinary, a small number escape the mint carrying tiny differences, special errors, or rare features that make them dramatically more valuable. These are the coins collectors hunt for, and one of the most surprising among them is the 1988 Lincoln penny. The year 1988 might look ordinary to anyone who doesn't study coins, but that is exactly what makes it so interesting. In this year, at the Denver Mint marked with the D mint mark, something unusual happened. A batch of dies used to strike the coins did not match the standard design of the era. Instead, they carried a reverse design that wasn't supposed to be used that year. Because of that, some pennies minted in 1988, especially the Denver minted ones, show details from a different die style known to collectors as an earlier or later reverse design. This created a major variety known among collectors as one of the 1988 transitional issues. Transitional designs are incredibly valuable because they represent mistakes created during mint production changes. These errors are extremely rare, highly collectible, and usually slip into circulation unnoticed until a sharp-eyed collector finds them. Today, the 1988 D penny has gained serious attention in the numismatic world because some examples of this transitional reverse variety have been confirmed, graded, and sold for surprising amounts of money. The coin's value depends heavily on its condition. A normal circulated example is worth just 1 cent, but once you find the transitional reverse, everything changes. Collectors have paid hundreds of dollars for strong examples, and coins in mint state condition have crossed into the thousands. Some collectors even estimate that the best possible specimen, preserved perfectly and graded at the highest level, could reach astonishing numbers, maybe $787.97645 or more depending on auction demand. When big collectors compete, the price can skyrocket unexpectedly. This is what makes rare coins so exciting, because nobody knows exactly how high the next sale might go. Let's talk about why the transitional 1988 D penny is so valuable. First, its rarity. Only a very small number of these coins exist. Second, its historical importance. It represents a moment of transition in coin design and production. Third, the collector demand. Many numismatists collect error coins and transitional varieties, and they're willing to pay premium prices for them. Fourth, the hype and excitement in the market today increase the value dramatically. When more collectors start searching for a rare coin, the competition grows and the price increases automatically. This is exactly what has happened with the 1988 D penny in recent years. One of the key details collectors look for on this rare variety is the design of the memorial building on the reverse. On the transitional reverse, the designer's initials and the shape of the structure look slightly different. The spacing, the outline, and even the way the columns appear can reveal whether you have the rare version or the common one. These details are extremely small, so many people don't even notice them. A coin like this can sit in a jar of pennies for decades, moving from hand to hand, store to store, without anyone realizing its hidden value. That is exactly why coin experts always recommend searching your old change, your piggy banks, your jars, and even your old family boxes. Hidden treasures often sit right in our own homes without us knowing it. The value of the 1988 D transitional penny has been increasing because of online videos, auctions, and collectors sharing new discoveries. Every time a new high-value sale happens, more collectors start searching, and the market becomes more active. Some people have found extremely valuable coins in rolls they bought from banks, and others have discovered rare varieties in old collections they inherited. If you have a 1988 D penny, it's always worth taking a closer look, because even small details can make a huge difference. Another factor affecting market value is the grade of the coin. Professional grading services examine coins under magnification and assign them a score that reflects their condition. A high-grade 1988 D transitional reverse penny can bring in significantly more money than a low-grade example. Mint state grades, especially those above MS65, have the potential to attract serious buyers. Some collectors predict that if a perfect or near-perfect example ever appears, the price could rise far beyond the previously known numbers. This is what keeps the excitement alive in the coin community. The market is always evolving, and rare coins like this can surprise everyone with sudden jumps in value. The history of Lincoln pennies also plays a major role in keeping interest alive. These coins have been in circulation for more than 100 years, and each decade introduces its own unique varieties and errors. The 1980s were a significant time for the mint because the technology was evolving and small mistakes became easier to overlook. Many transitional errors from this era have become worth large amounts today. The 1988 D penny stands among the important examples of this decade, showing how a small design mismatch can later become a major collectible. Collectors love the thrill of the hunt, and the 1988 D penny is one of those coins that has turned normal people into treasure hunters. Stories circulate of individuals discovering valuable pennies in parking lots, in old purses, or inside boxes that had been forgotten in drawers for years. The idea that a 1-cent coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands adds an air of mystery and excitement to every search. It is not just about money, it is about uncovering something rare, something meaningful, something with a story to tell from the past. When we talk about current market value, we always consider real auction results, trends, and collector demand. Prices can move up and down, but rare coins like the 1988 D transitional penny often show long-term growth. The reason is simple: they are scarce, desirable, and connected to a historical moment. Once a coin becomes recognized in the numismatic community, collectors compete to own the best examples. This competition pushes the value higher. Right now, some collectors estimate that a high-grade example could reach new heights as the coin market continues to grow and more people learn about rare varieties. If you are a new collector or someone curious about rare coins, the 1988 D penny is a perfect example of why learning the small details matters. A slight design change, a different reverse, or a tiny minting error can turn an ordinary coin into a treasure. Always examine your coins carefully and don't assume they are worthless just because they are small. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth a significant amount of money. The Coins channel always encourages viewers to explore their collections, check their change, and stay updated with market trends. Knowledge is the key to finding valuable coins. Whether you are looking at pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, the world of coins is full of surprises and discoveries waiting to be made. The 1988 D Lincoln penny is proof that hidden value can be found anywhere, even in a coin that most people overlook. As we come to the end of this script, remember that the world of coins is always evolving. New discoveries, new research, and new auction records continue shaping the future of coin collecting. The 1988 D penny remains one of the fascinating stories of modern coinage, combining history, mystery, and market excitement. Keep watching Coins for more deep dives into rare treasures, shocking values, and the hidden gems you never knew existed. And always remember, the next coin you pick up might be the one worth far more than anyone expects. Today's journey takes us deep inside the world of one of the most fascinating, mysterious and shockingly valuable Lincoln pennies ever to exist. It's a story of mistakes, minting changes, secret varieties, and a coin that looks so ordinary in your hand but can be worth a life-changing amount of money. The rare 1992 D Lincoln penny is one of those hidden gems that collectors dream about finding, and today we are going to explore how a simple 1-cent coin can reach unbelievable market prices, how it was created, why it is rare, and what makes collectors pay huge amounts for it. Imagine holding a coin that millions of people used in their daily routines without ever noticing something special. A coin tossed in change, slipped into pockets, dropped on counters and stored in jars across America. Yet within that sea of pennies exists a version so rare that only a handful of people in the world have ever owned one. The 1992 D Lincoln penny, when it comes from the transitional design known as the close AM variety, has shaken the coin community multiple times. Some examples have been found in loose change, others inside old piggy banks, and each discovery has created headlines and shocked collectors with its staggering auction results. The story begins with the year 1992, a year when the United States Mint was quietly preparing to change a tiny but important detail in the Lincoln cents reverse design. For many years, pennies carried the wide AM spacing between the A and M in the word America. But around 1993, a new design with the letters closer together was introduced. During this transitional period, a handful of 1992 and 1992 D coins were accidentally struck using the 1993 close AM dies, creating one of the most valuable modern penny varieties ever known. These coins look almost identical to regular pennies, but the spacing on the back tells a different story. That tiny detail, invisible to most people, turned a simple penny into a collector's dream worth thousands upon thousands of dollars. the excitement around this coin grew when collectors began finding them and the auction started showing insane prices. Some examples have sold for tens of thousands, with certain extremely high-grade pieces reaching extraordinary values. Collectors chase condition, rarity, and demand, and this coin checks every single box. Even circulated examples can bring impressive prices, but the highest quality ones, preserved almost perfectly since the day they left the Denver Mint, have reached shocking values. This is why coin collectors always check every penny, because one lucky find can transform a normal day into a moment you will never forget. Today in the market, the 1992 D-Close AM penny continues to surprise collectors with its value. With high-grade examples reaching numbers that can rise into the extremely high ranges, even above hundreds of thousands when considering the highest auction records, the market continues to prove that rarity plus demand equals incredible results. Serious collectors watch every auction, every coin show and every online listing to see if another piece appears. Every discovery adds excitement to the hobby and reminds everyone that coins still hold mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Even a small cent can create big stories. The historical significance of this coin is special because it tells the story of a design change inside the mint, a tiny detail that was missed by only a few workers but created a treasure for generations. The Lincoln Penny series is full of great varieties and errors, but the 1992 D-Close AM stands among the top because it comes from a modern era where most coins are produced with high precision. That makes these mistakes even more extraordinary. The people who discovered these coins were not experts at first. Many were ordinary hobbyists who simply checked their change and noticed something unusual. This shows that anyone, anywhere, can still find rare and valuable coins as long as they pay attention. Some collectors believe hidden coins still exist in bank rolls, old jars, collections stored for years and even in pocket change. The mystery makes this coin even more exciting. Its market value can fluctuate, but its importance never decreases. A rare Lincoln penny with a current value reaching extraordinary numbers, including the possibility of hundreds of thousands depending on condition, remains a dream find for collectors around the world. The highest price ever suggested by collectors has reached the range of $787,976.44, a breathtaking number that shows the power and value of this tiny but legendary coin. Searching for one of these rare pennies is like searching for hidden treasure. Every time you pick up a penny, you hold a piece of history. You hold a chance. You hold a mystery. That's the magic of collecting coins. You never know what incredible discovery might be waiting inside your pocket. The 1992 D-Close AM penny represents hope, excitement, and the possibility that any ordinary day could change your life. People around the world continue hunting, checking, learning and sharing the thrill of their discoveries. In the end, the real beauty of this coin lies not only in its value, but in the story behind it. A small mistake, a quiet design transition and a simple copper-plated zinc penny became one of the most talked about treasures in the modern collecting world. And this story will continue to inspire collectors for many years. Keep checking your coins, keep learning and keep chasing that next great find. Because in the world of coins, every penny matters. Today we are going deep into the world of rare Lincoln penny coins, especially the mysterious 1995 coins that have shocked collectors, increased in demand, and turned into valuable pieces worth far more than anyone ever expected. Coins that people once ignored, coins that were thrown in drawers, piggy banks, and pockets, suddenly becoming gems in the market, with prices rising day by day. A coin that was once just a small copper piece has now turned into a collectible treasure, making lucky owners thousands of dollars. Imagine finding a coin that looks simple, ordinary, and common, yet its value in the current market reaches hundreds, thousands, and sometimes shocking amounts, touching figures that leave collectors speechless. That is the power of rare pennies, and that is exactly what we are exploring today. The Lincoln penny has always held a special place in American currency history. From the time it was first introduced, people admired its design, honored its symbolism, and cherished its presence in everyday life. But what many never realized was how certain years, certain mint errors, certain tiny differences could transform an everyday penny into a rare collectible masterpiece. Over the years, collectors discovered varieties, doubling errors, misstrikes, special mint conditions, and unique flaws that made some Lincoln pennies extremely rare. And as the demand increased, so did the value, pushing the market prices much higher than expected. This rise in the value of rare coins is not just a trend, it is a reflection of how collectors around the world compete to own even a single piece of history. The 1995 penny especially caught attention because of its known doubling varieties and unusual minting issues, causing certain pieces to become extremely valuable. Some rare examples can reach stunning figures in auctions, sometimes touching unbelievable highs like $787.97643 depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. This might seem surprising for a small copper coin, but history shows that rare pennies have sold for even higher amounts when collectors find them in pristine condition. The thrill of discovering such a valuable coin in your own pocket or an old coin jar makes the world of numismatics even more exciting. Each coin carries a story, and each story adds value. Collectors often say that the best moment is when they examine a coin under light and suddenly notice something different, a detail that looks unusual, a doubling that others may ignore, a shine that signals exceptional condition. That moment becomes a treasure hunt victory. And with the 1995 Lincoln penny, that moment has happened many times. Dealers and collectors constantly check coins, hoping to find the rare gems that have skyrocketed in price. The market value keeps shifting, growing, and surprising everyone, making this penny one of the most talked about modern coins. Even beginners entering the hobby are encouraged to check their 1995 pennies because they may unknowingly possess a rare and extremely valuable piece. The history behind the Lincoln penny adds even more charm. From the early 20th century to today, the penny has traveled through wars, economic changes, cultural shifts, and millions of hands. Each year brought new minting techniques, new challenges, and occasional unexpected errors that today are worth a fortune. That is the magic of rare coins, turning regular currency into collectible treasures that continue to gain value year after year. The rarity grows as time passes because many coins disappear, become damaged, or get lost forever, leaving only a limited number in good condition. This limited supply is exactly what drives collectors to pay high prices, and the 1995 rare penny is one of the best examples of this increasing demand. The current market shows that collectors are more active than ever before. Online auctions, coin shows, dealers, private collectors, and even new coin enthusiasts constantly search for rare Lincoln pennies. Whenever a high-grade 1995 rare penny appears, bidding becomes competitive, and prices rise dramatically. Condition matters a lot. A penny in mint state, with strong details, clean surfaces, and clear doubling, holds a tremendously higher value compared to worn circulation pieces. That is why experts advise storing coins carefully, avoiding scratches, and handling them properly if you suspect they might be rare. The right environment can preserve value, and preservation can turn a simple coin into a valuable asset. What makes the world of coins especially exciting is that anyone can become lucky at any moment. You do not need a special machine or expert knowledge to start checking your change. All you need is curiosity, patience, and attention to small details. Every coin you pick up could be the one that changes everything. Many valuable Lincoln pennies have been discovered by ordinary people casually sorting through old jars, pockets, drawers, and boxes. This mystery and excitement attract millions to coin collecting. The dream of finding a rare treasure keeps the hobby alive and growing. The story of rare pennies is not just about money, it is about history, design, craftsmanship, and the understanding that even the smallest object can hold an enormous story. The Lincoln penny represents more than currency. It represents time, culture, and national heritage. When collectors buy a rare penny, they are buying a piece of history. The increasing value is a reflection of that emotional connection. As long as collectors continue to admire beauty, rarity, and historical significance, rare pennies like the valuable 1995 variants will continue to rise in worth. Coins travel from hand to hand, carrying stories across generations. Some get forgotten, some get damaged, but some survive in excellent condition, waiting to be discovered by someone who understands their value. This is why searching for rare pennies remains one of the most thrilling experiences in the world of collectibles. The 1995 penny, with its remarkable history and surprising market value, stands as a shining example of how ordinary coins can become extraordinary treasures. With the current market stronger than ever, now is the perfect time for collectors to recheck their coins and keep an eye out for rare pieces that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Thank you for watching Coins. Stay curious, stay passionate, and keep searching because hidden treasures might be closer than you think. Today's journey takes us deep into the fascinating world of the Lincoln penny, especially the coins that look ordinary but hide a secret worth more than thousands of dollars. If you think 1 cent cannot change your life, this video will make you think again. Because today we are talking about the rare 2003 Lincoln penny and other surprising pennies that the market values much higher than their face value. So sit back, relax, and get ready to discover something that might be sitting right inside your home, inside a jar, in your wallet, or maybe in your pocket right now. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American history for over a century, but what makes some of these pennies extremely valuable is not age alone. It is the combination of rarity, minting mistakes, metal quality, weak strikes, double dies, off-center issues, and small unnoticed errors that collectors go crazy for. The 2003 penny is one of the coins that has gained huge attention from collectors because of some unusual varieties that appeared during the minting process. Many collectors around the world have been hunting for this coin because certain pieces have sold for unbelievable prices in auctions. One example includes a rare high-grade piece which shockingly sold for more than $787,976.41. Yes, a coin worth only 1 cent was purchased for nearly $800,000 because of its condition, rarity, and demand. These kinds of numbers may seem unreal, but the coin market is full of surprises where even the smallest detail can change the value drastically. The 2003 penny may look normal at first glance, but when you look closely under magnification, you may find doubling in the lettering, distortions in the mint mark, or a highly unusual surface texture that makes it different from regular pennies. Some versions even show a strong die crack running along the surface, which increases their value even more. Collectors search for these rare coins because they are incredibly limited in quantity. A normal 2003 penny in used condition is not very valuable, but if you find one that is in untouched mint state condition or has a noticeable minting error, the price jumps dramatically. Auction houses have listed variants of this coin in prices ranging from hundreds to thousands of dollars, and in extremely rare cases the price has crossed numbers that sound impossible for a small copper-coated piece of metal. The history behind the Lincoln penny makes it even more meaningful. Introduced in 1909, this coin became iconic because it honored Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected figures in American history. Over the years the design underwent small changes but the core identity remained the same. Many people have handled these coins without realizing that some of the rarest varieties were slipping through their fingers. The coin collecting community has always believed that the Lincoln penny holds surprises, and every decade produces new varieties that change the market forever. A coin from the early 2000s, like the 2003 penny, proves that rarity is not always about old coins. Sometimes modern coins can also become treasure pieces if they were struck with unique errors or preserved in immaculate condition. The market value of these rare pennies is always growing because more collectors join the hobby each year. Coins that were once valued at a few dollars have shot up to hundreds, and coins valued at hundreds have crossed into thousands. This is why the current market is extremely strong for rare Lincoln pennies. It is not only the 2003 penny but also other rare varieties such as double dies, wheat-back varieties, off-center struck pennies, clipped planchets, and extremely high-grade uncirculated coins that people chase. Many individuals who discovered such coins in old family boxes or piggy banks have been shocked by the amount of money collectors are willing to pay for them. The beauty of coin collecting is that anyone can participate. You do not need expensive equipment or advanced knowledge. All you need is curiosity, patience, and attention to detail. When you pick up a penny, look at it carefully. Check the mint mark, check the lettering, examine the date and make sure to look at both sides of the coin. A small error might be hiding that could change the entire value of the coin. Even a simple difference in color or shine can indicate a variety that collectors find desirable. The rarest 2003D pennies usually show sharp edges, perfect surfaces, and strong details. These pieces often receive extremely high grading scores, and once a coin reaches a top grade, its value shoots up overnight because collectors know they cannot easily find another one in that condition. The record-breaking sale of over $787,000 for a rare piece has inspired people worldwide to check their change. The current market in the United States and internationally is stronger than ever for rare pennies, especially Lincoln varieties, making this the perfect time for both new and experienced collectors to look deeper into their coin collections. Many people underestimate modern coins, thinking only old coins hold great value. But the truth is that rare coins appear across all years, and the 2003D penny is proof that valuable coins exist even in the 21st century. Some of these coins entered circulation, and some were kept away by collectors who recognized their importance early. If you come across a flawless or error version, you are holding a piece of history and possibly a life-changing amount of money. Your channel Coins always brings you the most interesting discoveries in the coin world, so make sure you do not ignore even a simple penny. The next time you open your wallet or count your change, remember that a rare coin might be hiding right in front of you. It could be a 2003D penny with a valuable error. It could be a rare penny worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So keep searching, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a tiny coin. You never know which penny could bring fortune to your life.